The setting, Corpus Christi, Texas, 1995, Easter, my grandparents' house. In my family, we always had this tradition at Easter that the whole family would come up to my grandparents' house in Corpus Christi, Texas, and we'd have Easter lunch in the afternoon, and after that was all done, my little sister and I would be stuck inside the house while the rest of the grown-ups would take the hiding eggs that my mom had filled up the night before and put them on the patio and in the front yard and everywhere for my sister and I to go find them. So after a few minutes, everything's done and they say, okay, the girls can come out now. So we went outside and each of us went looking for the eggs, and we found our eggs, and once all the eggs were done and all the eggs were found, we'd go back inside and we'd start cracking them open and seeing what we got. And my mom would always fill them with those small Brock's candies, the gummies and some of the chocolates and some of the caramel, and we'd open them and separate those, and then some of the other hiding eggs would have money, change, nickels, dimes, quarters, and even on the occasion, a whole dollar bill, and those were the ones we were always really excited for. But in the interest of fairness, we would take our collection of candy and money and put it together, and we would have to split it absolutely equal. Same amount of candy, same amount of money. And once the money and the candy were divided totally equally, my sister went to the living room and started looking through her stuff, and I went to my grandparents' dining room table, put the candy off to the side, and I started counting my money. And I was counting it very intently because at the time I was really into the Babysitter's Club books. And every once in a while they would publish these super special editions, which were about 2 to 3 times the thickness of a regular Babysitter's Club book and cost maybe about twice as much. So they ran probably somewhere from $7 to $10. So I'm sitting there counting my money, and my Grampy, my mom's dad, sees me doing this. And usually when he would see my sister or I with any type of amount of money, whether it be from Christmas or birthday or just money that we happen to have in our wallet, and he would see us fiddling with it, he'd curl up to us, cuddle up to us, and say, "Ooh, my friend," like he wanted us to spend the money on him or that he was going to try to take it in some way. Well, he didn't do that this time. He sees me counting my money intently, and he sits in the chair to the right of me, sits down, and asks, "Amy, why are you counting your money?" And I said, "Well, I'm saving up for a book, and I want to see if I have enough money, and I want to see how much more I'm going to need to save up before I can get it." And he looks at me, and he asks, "How much more do you think you need?" And just as an offhanded, just figure off the top of my head, I said, "Well, $5 maybe." And if it had been any other adult, they would have said, "Oh, okay, well, I guess you're going to have to wait a couple more weeks, save up some allowance money, see if you can get any extra money around the house, wait until your birthday," because my birthday was maybe in about 2 more months. But not Grampy. Without having to say anything, he reached into his back pocket, pulled out his wallet, and pulled out a $5 bill and handed it to me. And I was shocked that just by saying that I needed $5, it appeared. Almost as if by magic, but looking at it now, he wasn't just giving me $5. He was telling me in his own way that he thought that my loving to read and my wanting to buy another book to add to an extensive collection was important, and he was investing in me.